What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and tonight I am wrestling with myself. I finally get a chance to do a review of pay-per-view that just happened. I finally got a chance to watch one live at home, so I could record for you guys very quickly the results of tonight's show. WWE Elimination Chamber 2017 just went down about 5 minutes ago. I'm recording the quick results for this. I'm not going to take too long over each match. I didn't expect much from this show because it was only 2 weeks apart from Rumble, and there wasn't much hype or time or effort put into the matches and storylines going into the show. But of course, very solid because the wrestlers are very good. Regardless of what happens with the booking and the angles, the wrestling is always excellent with these shows. The rosters are great. They always work hard. They always deliver. And this was much of the same. This sort of falls in the middle of the road kind of a show. It wasn't a special show. There wasn't much blow-away stuff. There was one very, very good match at the end. The main event, of course, was excellent. Maybe a match of the year candidate, but a very, very distant one toward the end of the year. So, very, very good main event. There was another match that was very good, which was Orton versus Harper. I really enjoyed. We'll get into all that. But one great match, a few pretty solid matches, but nothing special on this show besides, I guess, the ending. But again, falls in the middle of the road. Nothing blow away, but very solid show overall. I didn't watch the pre-show match. I know it was Kurt Hawkins against Mojo Rawley. I'm not watching that. Who cares about that? They're not over. They suck. I'm not watching that match. So I don't know who won. You guys can tell me in the comments down below. I'm not watching those two wrestle. I started with the main show tonight. Becky Lynch versus Mickie James, and Becky Lynch got the win here. I called this match wrong. I actually thought that Mickie would get the win, being the heel, being their first match. But I really enjoyed this. They got like 12, 13, 14 minutes in there in the ring. Very good match. Good chemistry. Mickie makes a good natural heel. Her facials are still excellent. They've gotten even better over the years. She's in great shape. These two just went out there and busted their butts. Becky is incredibly over. She's likable. The crowd loves her. She played the face in peril very good here. Nice bumps. Good overall match. Becky with the jackknife pin gets the win. I want to see these two wrestle again. I would love to see an actual full feud come out of this because, again, this match was very, very fun. This is one of the better matches of the entire night, actually. Out of the first four, this was the only standout match. This probably was in my opinion, actually, it was the third best match of the night. So these two opening up with a bang. Very, very good match. Becky wins. I want to see them fight again at WrestleMania, but I know there's not many spots left over because Mania is pretty much booked. There's like 15 matches on the show, so probably won't see it soon, but hopefully next month and going forward. Then we had Apollo Crews and Kalisto beating Dolph Ziggler. This was stupid. Handicap matches are stupid. Nobody came out of this looking good at all. This was really dumb. Dolph came out before the match and jumped Kalisto from behind. Then he and Apollo Crews went one-on-one for a while. Then Kalisto came back down. And then Crews hit his stalling powerbomb for the win. And then afterwards, Dolph attacked Kalisto and Crews and laid them out. So the two guys beat the one guy like they should have, so it didn't really help Crews or Kalisto. And then Dolph jumped them both afterwards to get his heat back. So the two guys got laid out by one guy anyway. So the match was disappointing itself. They didn't really click in the ring. Again, Dolph lost, so he didn't look good here. But he jumped the two faces after the match, and so they didn't look good at all either because they got beat down. This match wasn't great. Didn't help anybody. And it's stupid. I want to see Crews turn heel, and I want to see something change with Kalisto. Crews and Kalisto are excellent wrestlers. They're incredible athletes, but they're not over. The crowd hates them. The crowd was chanting, "Thank you, Dolph, for beating down the faces at the end of the match." They have got to change this. Dolph deserves a big win. He needs to get on a run. And Crews and Kalisto have to either both go heel or do something different because it's not working at all. This was a dud. American Alpha win tag team Turmoil. There were 6 teams here. Pretty good story told toward the end of the thing. No particular match stood out. None of the 6 segments were particularly all that great, but nothing was bad either. Good energy, good effort. Rhino and Heath Slater looked pretty good in this match. They were over. They did a pretty good job taking out the first 2 teams. And then Alpha took out the Usos, and then the Usos jumped Alpha at the end, making it seem like Ascension was going to win, laying them out. But then Alpha still came back and won anyway. It was a nice way to make Ascension seem like they were important by having them come out last, and also making it seem like Alpha could actually lose to them, because we know in an actual match they couldn't, because Ascension are jobbers and losers, and no one cares about them. So it was nice to have Alpha actually be selling for them, be in peril, and make it seem like they had a chance. What I would have done with this was I would have had Breezango run the table until the end. Because everyone knew American Alpha is the only over team here. American Alpha is the only team with a real chance to win. So I would have had Breezango steal the show here. They're excellent wrestlers. They have good chemistry. I think if they would have taken out the other 4 teams and then lost at the end to Alpha, I think that would have set up a good Mania match, Alpha against Breezango. And it would have made Breezango beat 4 teams in one night and make them into stars and Iron Men. So that's what I would have done. But Alpha wins over the Ascension at the end. This was fine. Not horrible, but nothing special. Then we had Nikki and Natty. Nikki Bella versus Natalya. They both tried hard. I give them credit. I think this was the weakest of the 3 ladies matches on the show tonight. But I was also kind of the least. I didn't care for this one at all, just because the storyline's so weak. Nikki Bella has improved drastically in the ring, but she's still missing some transitional stuff. She still kind of comes off a little... I don't know. It's easy to hate her. She's not a good face. I don't like her naturally. Her personality is just grating and annoying naturally. And Natty's also not a good heel. She is annoying, but she repeats the same phrases over and over again, just sticks to one thing, and has this annoying, grating voice that just says the same 1 or 2 phrases on repeat. She's not a very good heel. So Natty plays her character kind of poorly, and Nikki's not a likable person, I don't think, as a face, as a character. So I didn't care for either person in this match. But again, some cool spots. Nikki does continue to improve. They work well together. There was some good submission stuff back and forth and selling of the legs in this match. Double count out, so this feud's going to continue. It seems like it's never going to end. Later on in the night, Natty jumped Nikki from behind, so they're going to do this again. Hopefully they're just kind of thrown into the multi-woman thing at WrestleMania and not given a solo match, because I don't want to see these 2 wrestle anymore. But again, the match was fine. Just I didn't care for it personally myself. It's a personal thing. Then we start getting really good. The last 3 matches on the show were very good. They closed out this show for the last hour very, very well. Randy Orton against Luke Harper. Randy Orton, to me, I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but he comes across kind of lazy. He's a good enough worker. He's an athlete. He has a nice little chain of things that he does. He's over, obviously, but he just seems like he's going through the motions out there. It seems like he's lazy and doesn't want to be there. He just always comes across for the last 2 years like he just doesn't care and just doesn't want to be around. So it's just something I see. But the crowd was pro Harper in this match, surprisingly. I like that a lot. And this match started off slow. The first 5 minutes were kind of meh. Randy was just doing a lot of chin locks and headlocks, being lazy again. But it wound up kicking up into high gear when Harper made his comeback, And Harper, it really kicked into gear big time. Harper doing a dive to the outside. Orton doing the power slam on the outside. Orton doing superplex from the top rope back to the inside. Harper getting a lot of near falls on the power bomb and stuff like that. Really good back and forth match. Like I said, first 5 minutes or so were a little slow. Really picked up toward the end. Best performance for Harper pretty much the entire career. First time getting a solo pay-per-view match, and he delivered completely. Harper is a star. He's a future main eventer. He's a future world champion. This guy is the real deal. Please push this guy. Give this guy a big solo program after WrestleMania. Give this guy a big-time SmackDown push up toward the belt, toward the champion, which I'll talk about in a second. But second best match on the entire show. I love this. It really kicked up, and it was Harper just stole the show here. I love this. Luke Harper's amazing. Then we had Naomi defeating Alexa Bliss to win the Women's Championship. I liked the match. I hated the finish. Hated the decision. This was a bad move for me. Alexa Bliss playing an excellent heel here, as she always does, getting better and better. Naomi's getting better and better in the ring. As I predicted, they clicked a lot better than in their previous matchup. This was good. They clicked a lot better here. Naomi's got that little springboard kick thing she does. She just does a lot of good athletic stuff with her feet. The flipping clothesline was nice. The rear view actually got some good height on it. Naomi just continues to improve in the ring. But Alexa here, just a natural heel, carries the charisma, carries the matches, and has the face sell from underneath, which is excellent. Good storytelling here. Just the fact that Naomi won, it was kind of a botched. What was the move? The springboard. Rob Van Dam's old move, the split-legged moonsault. She hit for the win. She kind of missed it a little bit. Bliss was still rolling in a position, so she kind of missed it. But she hit it enough for the win. But afterwards, the fans were chanting, "You deserve it." Come on, guys, you deserve it at Naomi. If she hasn't been there all that long and hasn't been beloved or going through a lot of trials in the ring and storyline at least. It didn't fit her character. Chanting, "You deserve it," at someone like Naomi. Oh, that just seemed very silly to me. I didn't like that at all. But congratulations to her. She is a good athlete. She is getting better in the ring. She's working hard, you can tell. So she's a women's champion now. I think it was just done. Someone said Black History Month played a catalyst for this. I don't know if that's true or not. Someone else said that her living in Florida and WrestleMania being in Florida played a catalyst for this. I don't know if that's true or not. But anyway, good match, bad finish. I think Alexa Bliss should have held this belt through WrestleMania until another challenger came along because she's the best one in the division by far. But anyway, good match. I just don't like who won at the end. And then the main event, Elimination Chamber, 6-way match. John Cena defending his belt in a chamber against AJ Styles, The Miz, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, and Baron Corbin. And I love this. This was a low-end match of the year candidate. Best match of the night by far. Excellent. The one thing I will say, I did like how the chamber looked bigger and wider. I did like how the pods were. I liked how they had a little landing in between the chain links now so guys could stand up there and fight. The one thing I didn't like was the extra added padding. I'm all for protecting wrestlers, making them safer, but I didn't like how it looked like just straight pads. So when someone falls, you don't get the sound, you don't get the noise. It just seemed like they were falling onto pillows. It looked very fake to me. It looked very, very padded. But again, the padding is good for the wrestlers, so that's okay. But better than seeing somebody get hurt. But this match was excellent. Cena and Styles started off. The crowd was super into this the entire time, but especially in the beginning. Cena and Styles started off. Great chemistry, great back and forth, great near falls, just like they always do. Perfect way to start. And every single person looked strong in this match. Baron Corbin was the first one eliminated, but he came out, hit a bunch of end of days. He almost pinned Cena. He had end of days on Styles. He was wrecking guys. Boots on the outside to Wyatt. He was looking amazing out there. So he had a big, strong reaction. He was wrecking dudes, but did get taken out on a distraction when Miz was coming in. Ambrose rolled him up and took him out, and then he took Ambrose out, throwing him through the pod, giving him the end of days, laying him out, destroying him. So Corbin got his heat back. He looked amazing in this, and I would love to see an IC title match at WrestleMania between Corbin and Ambrose. I never considered that, and that's an excellent idea, so I want to see that right away. Corbin's getting better and better as a heel. He's working better in the ring. He looked great in this match, despite being the first one out. He took Ambrose out afterwards, and he looked good in the match. Miz came in, pinned Ambrose, got him out of there. Didn't hurt Ambrose at all. He looked good in the match as well. Doing a dive off the pod onto Cena with the elbow. Styles also knocking Cena off the pod onto the floor. On the floor. Let's see. Miz pins Ambrose, then does all the Daniel Bryan kicks and stuff, getting good heat. He looked good in this. Cena pins him with an AA. It's down to Cena, Styles, and Wyatt. Then Bray Wyatt pins John Cena clean with his sister Abigail. Makes Wyatt look like a superstar. Puts him over huge. Gives him a huge win over John Cena. While also giving us the idea now that with the two guys left, there's guaranteed to be a brand new world champion. So the crowd goes crazy, seeing it down to Wyatt and Styles. It helps both guys. It helps Wyatt huge. It helps the audience. It tells a good story in the match. I love this completely. Excellent move. Thank you, Cena, for going out early. This was great. And then Wyatt and Styles with the crowd into it had a great back and forth. Good finish. AJ going for the springboard. Wyatt catches him. Sister Abigail gets the win. He is the world champion finally. Nobody in the company right now, especially on SmackDown, deserves that world title more than Bray Wyatt. He deserves it. He's gone through a lot. He got a big pop. I'm so glad he's world champion, and I hope he holds it and beats Randy Orton at WrestleMania for it and has a long run. The era of Wyatt has begun, and I hope to God it continues. Follow the buzzards, guys. So what did you think? What was your favorite match on the show? What did you guys think of each match? What do you guys think of this review? What do you want to see at WrestleMania? I give this show, for Wyatt alone, plus a few other good matches, a 7.5 out of 10. Very solid. So tell me in the comments what you guys think and thought of it. And I will see you guys real soon. This has been Wrestling with myself. Follow the buzzards. I'll see y'all real soon.